A very good morning and a hearty welcome to everyone from the part of Worldify Academia Hub. We thank you for showing interest in Worldify Academia Hub. So this is a demo session on our OET program. We will structure this session in three different sections. The first section, we would deal with a short introduction about Worldify Academia Hub. In the second section, we will cover the detailed structure of the OET exams. And in the third section, we would take you in detail about the support that we provide for OET preparations. With that, let's get started. Worldify Academia Hub was evolved by industry experts with the only purpose of guiding aspirants who wants to study or work abroad. And we consist of a team of experts from study abroad segment, visa segment, education excellence award-winning university professors, and L&D experts. So all of these experts from these different areas have come together and formed Worldify. So thus we will be able to provide you the right support that you require for your to pursue your goal of moving abroad. The programs that we offer as of today, we provide OET and IELTS program support. We provide counseling support, and we provide immigration and visa services. Our mission is to become the world-class EdTech learning provider for aspirants of OET and IELTS. We want to provide trusted counseling to aspirants who wants to study and work abroad. We also want to conduct thorough research and assessment of candidates for application and visa documentation. Programs that we offer as of today, we prepare students for OET for nursing, OET for professionals, and IELTS academic and IELTS general test. That's the end of section 1. Section 2 of this presentation, we will deal with the structure of the OET exams. So let's get started. OET exams currently are available for 12 professions. So dentistry, nursing, medicine, pharmacy, etc. So I'm sure your profession is in one of these lists, right? So most of the requirements that we receive today are from nurses who want to take up OET exams. And OET exams are currently recognized in these countries. The most prominent ones are the Australia, UK, New Zealand, Ireland. You also have a few other countries in the list. And this table gives you the band criteria for processing the immigration process to work in these countries. So for Australia, you have you are required to have a band B for all the modules. New Zealand, you are required to have a band B for all the modules. Ireland, you can afford you can have a C+ for listening and reading, but you are required to score a B in writing and speaking. For the UK, you need to have a B for listening, reading, and speaking, but a C+ is enough for your writing. So these are the different requirements for the various countries. You can pause the video and then take a look at the entire table with a focus on the country that you want to immigrate to. The OET exam module covers, it has 4 modules. It has a listening module, a writing module, a speaking module, and a reading module. So you have 4 modules: listening, writing, reading, and speaking. Let's now look at the band score. So if you score out of 500, if you score between 450 and 500, you get a band A. If your score is anywhere between 350 and 440, you are at band B. If you score 303, between 300 and 340, you are at C+, and between 200 and 290, you are at C. As we saw in the previous slide, most of the countries require a band B. So you should be scoring anywhere above 350. With that overview, let us get started with our OET test format. First, we will cover the listening module. In the listening module, we have three parts, part A, B, and C. So in part A, you have 2 audios to listen to, and each audio will have 12 questions associated with it. So you get 30 seconds to read the first 12 questions. You will listen to the audio, and simultaneously you will complete the 12 questions. After the audio is complete, you get again a short break of 30 seconds to review the next set of 12 questions. Then the second audio would be played, and you will be simultaneously completing the second set of 12 questions. So part A has 24 questions, and part B, you have 6 audios, and you have 1 question each against each audio. So you have 6 questions in part B. And part C, you have 2 audios, and each audio has 6 questions each associated with it. So altogether, part C has 12 questions. So part A, you have 24 questions. Part B, you have 6 questions. And part C, you have 12 questions. Altogether, you get 42 questions. And the entire listening test would be for a duration of 1 hour. In your reading module, you follow almost the same structure like in your listening module. You have 3 parts, part A, B, and C. Part A, you have 20 questions. You have to read 4 paragraphs, right? You have to read 4 short paragraphs, and you have to answer 20 questions associated with these paragraphs. Then in part B, just like you had for listening, you will have a short paragraph, and you will have a question only for relevant to that particular paragraph, specific to that particular paragraph. So you will have 6 short paragraphs, and each 1 question each. So altogether, you have 6 questions in part B. In part C, you have 16 questions. Now you'll have to answer 16 questions. So you will have to read 2 large paragraphs, and each paragraph, each passage will have 8 questions each to be answered. So part A, you have 20 questions. Part B, you have 6 questions. And part C, you have 16 questions. Altogether, you get 42 questions to be completed. And part A is timed for 15 minutes. The remaining 45 minutes are for part B and part C. And in your writing format, you are asked to write a letter. The letter could be a referral letter, a discharge letter, or a transfer letter. You should follow the specific format. You should follow good vocabulary, and you should write grammatically correct sentences. All of these you get scored. So your scoring mainly depends upon 6 criteria. The purpose of the letter. So have you made clear the purpose of the letter? The content of the letter, have you ensured that all the relevant information is included in the letter? Conciseness and clarity. So have you ensured that your writing is clear to the reader? Genre and style, what style and what genre have you used? So if you are writing a letter to a non-medical professional, such as a social worker, have you avoided medical jargons? Organization layout is the structure of the letter. Language is your grammar and your vocabulary. So these are the 6 parameters that you will be assessed upon. So you will have a question sheet which details out a lot of notes regarding the patient. So the condition of the patient at the time of admission, the treatments given, and the discharge summary, and then you will be given the task details about what you're supposed to be doing. So what letter is expected of you, and to whom should you be addressing the letter. You get altogether 45 minutes for your writing assessment. The first 5 minutes is strictly for reading. You are not allowed to touch your pen in these first 5 minutes. The next 40 minutes is the only time that is dedicated for writing. So in 40 minutes, you need to write one letter, and that is your writing assessment. Coming to the speaking format, you have to complete 2 role plays. A role play would be a scenario that you would engage in with your examiner. So, for example, you will be given a cue card. You will be given a cue card for and which will contain the role play situation. Take an example. Let's say the role play card tells you you are a nurse at the emergency ward of the hospital. You have a patient who has been rushed to the emergency with severe palpitations. You are to reach out to the patient and inquire further details about his condition and assure him that he will be all right and the right treatment will be provided to him. At the same time, the interlocutor, your examiner, would also be given a cue card, right? And he would be asked to play the role of the patient who is at the emergency ward of the hospital, and the patient is having severe palpitations and the patient is afraid that he is going to die. So that is going to be the role play. No. So once the cue card is given to you, you have 3 minutes time to prepare your talking points. After 3 minutes, the interlocutor would stop you and you will have to begin the role play. And the role play will continue for 5 minutes and the interlocutor will stop you at the end of 5 minutes. So in the role play, in this case that we discussed, the interlocutor will take the part of the patient and you would take the part of the nurse. So like this, you will have 2 role plays to be completed. So part A would be of the speaking test. Part A would be a meet and greet session with the interlocutor, which is not assessed in any way. So the interlocutor will start a conversation like, how are you? Where do you live? Why do you choose nursing? What are your hobbies? So some of this common information would be spoken about in part A. And remember, that is not assessed at all. So that is just for you to get used to the speaking style of the examiner. Now, after the part A gets completed, the examiner will give you the first role play card. You have 3 minutes time to prepare. You will speak for 5 minutes. You will engage in a role play with the examiner for 5 minutes. At the end of 5 minutes, the examiner will stop you, and then you will be given a short, there will be a short gap of 1 minute before you are given the next role play card. Again, you get 3 minutes time to prepare and then 5 minutes time for the role play. So that is how your speaking test is going to be. And what are the criteria in which you will be assessed? So there are mainly 2 criteria. One is the linguistic criteria and the other is your clinical communication criteria. In your linguistic criteria, they mainly assess your grammar and your vocabulary, right? So the points are, there are mainly 4 points that you are assessed upon. Intelligibility, right? Were you able to make sense to the listener? The fluency of your language, the appropriateness of your language. Did you choose the right vocabulary? No, did you have the right professionalism and the right tone? And your grammar. Now, that is what you get assessed on in your linguistic criteria. When it comes to your clinical communication criteria, it's mostly about how are you able to sympathize with the patient? Were you able to listen to the patient and then paraphrase what you heard the patient say? And did you gather all the information from the patient and did you give all the necessary information to the patient? So if you were asked to say that, reassure the patient that we are going to have an ECG done, and if the ECG comes out and only after analyzing the ECG, the further treatment can be provided. So if that is the information on the cue card, did you give that information to the patient? And was it very clear when you conveyed that information? So that is your speaking test. With that, we come to the end of section 2, wherein we looked at the structure of the OET exams. Now, in the last part of this session, we would like to focus on how do we at Worldify prepare you for the OET exams. So first of all, we give a lot of focus on the grammar module. Now, we know that unless and until your grammar is right, you will not be able to speak or write grammatically correct sentences. So we cover all the basics of grammar. it will include sentence structures, tenses, passive voice, punctuation, preposition, and articles. And the learning curve would look something similar to this. You choose the program with us, and then you get 40 hours of learning with industry experts, and you will have a live trainer's presence in these sessions of 40 hours. You will also get foundation support, the English grammar support for 10 hours. As of now, we provide you more than 10 hours of support on English grammar. And then once you book your exams, we give you 5 hours of rapid revision support. So in that week before the exams, we meet up. We have every day an hour of session to brush up on the topics. And we also provide you pre-live mock drills, unlimited. So every Saturday is set aside for mock drills. So wherein we give you multiple question sheets, and we put you in a situation that would be very similar to the situation that you would face in the examination. So with multiple mock tests, you are ready to take the exam. And we are very proud of this number. So the success rate for now is we are at 99.99%. So we can very well say almost all the students that have trained with us have cleared their OET. Now, what are the advantages of Worldify? Now, why should you count on us? So real-time sessions. So we have the live trainer, flexible timings. So you can either choose the morning or the evening based on your shift, and exam-driven preparation. We also have non-stop assignments. We have live quizzes and assessments, and we have unlimited mock support as well. Okay. And this is another feature that we have recently added, the talking ebooks and e-assignments and e-mock capsules. This will also be made available to you to enhance your preparation for the OET. These are some screenshots of the achievers. Let me just skip this, as you take a look at them. Okay, so as of today, we are at 1,000 plus OET hits and 4,000 plus IELTS hits. These numbers speak volumes about the quality of training that we provide at Worldify. Okay, now coming to the last part, the admission process. We request you to submit the application fee as soon as possible. Once you submit the application fee, you will fill in the application form. You will choose the batch timings, either the evening batch or the morning batch, and you can expect a batch confirmation in 24 hours time. And in 24 hours time, you will be added to our WhatsApp groups. That is where you will get the links for the sessions, for the live sessions. The materials will be shared to you through WhatsApp groups. You will be given access to folders where we store our recorded sessions, and all the assignments would also be shared with you on WhatsApp. So certain days you may not be able to attend the morning session because of your shift timings. In those days, you have the flexibility to attend the evening sessions as well. So these are the bonus gifts that are available to you if you choose to enroll with us within the next 48 hours. You will be given free grammar sessions, free unlimited weekly mocks, personalized assessment, and rapid revision drills. All very useful bonus gifts if you enroll with us within the next 48 hours. Yes, you know whom to reach out to you. A colleague of ours would have been in touch. Reach out to the colleague and be able to fulfill your dream of moving abroad. Thank you again for this time today. Setting aside this time of yours from your busy schedule for listening to our offering. We hope to see you soon in our live sessions. Thank you. Thanks a lot.